Hey girl.
We are so silly. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. How about yourself?
You look so pretty. Let me just tell you,
Really?
that color is everything
Oh,
on
thank
you.
you. I appreciate it.
I
I'm
like
learning how to
it.
take compliments. Well, I'm really good
Right.
with taking compliments, honestly, but I'm learning how to take compliments when I don't feel like great.
Okay.
How about you? When people tell you
When
you look
people tell
something and
me,
you're like, dang.
I'll say, dang, I deflect. I'm like, oh, it's only $5. I say
Yeah.
weird stuff. Like, I'm
Yeah.
so goofy.
I've got well, I've gotten better if I really feel like I look nice, and I'm like, well,
Okay.
thank you. But if I feel like today, like
You're like,
a
oh, I didn't
bum
even
ish, then
try.
I'm just like,
Yeah.
but I'm still trying to say, well, thank you, right?
Okay. Yeah. No, you really look
But
cute.
people deflect. Why do we do that?
Why?
Like, take it in, receive the love, receive the compliments. You know, you worked hard on that, or even if you didn't, it feels good to be seen
I,
in that way. I
I was just
guess
about to say, but I always appreciate a lens from somebody else and how
it's
they
true.
view us. We
It's
see
true.
ourselves one way, but people see us in a different
Oh,
way.
baby, that's the truth. Just like when you feel like you look awful, I feel like when I put no effort in, that's when my husband is like,
Mhm.
right? And then when I feel like I
Sweatpants
go
chilling with no
all
makeup on.
over and I come out like expecting all the attention, he's just like, "Oh, you ready?" I'm like, "Oh,
Exact. Men
that's
are
how it
so
is in my
weird in
house."
that way, though.
Men are
They
so
like the
weird.
simplicity of
They
things.
like the simplicity. It's true, but I know he likes your watch. I know you like when I get dressed up too. You just don't want to tell me because you know everybody else going to tell me. That's what it is.
Oh,
Okay,
he was like,
okay,
you want to hear,
okay,
but we
okay.
want to hear from you
We want to
guys.
hear it. I mean, he didn't tell me that. I just
I
put
know,
that together
I
just now. That
know.
was, you know what? That was a revelation.
Wow. How y'all doing?
Are y'all doing good on this wonderful day?
You are now tuned into Time In, Time Out podcast with Kiana and Kina.
Or Kina and Kiana.
Spring has sprung, right? We are in April, so we are getting a little bit of that rain, but
April
I'm so
showers.
excited
I
because
love it.
what is it going to bring? It's going to bring those May
Yeah.
flowers. So
But you've been sowing seeds though?
that's it.
Yo.
If you've been sowing seeds, what she's
Yeah.
talking about for anyone who may not know, if you've been sowing seeds once it rains,
You
then you're just
excited for the
grateful because
rain.
that's going to bring the harvest. Like we need the rain, which is the whole
Real
point.
quick deflecting. My
Sure.
4-year-old, it was raining the other day. She's like, Mommy, it's a beautiful day. Like if she asked the question, it was like, is it a beautiful day? And I was like, you know what? Even though it's raining, it's a beautiful day, baby. And that's when we got into the whole concept of we need the rain. She's like, so the flowers can grow.
I love it.
And I said, why wait till the sun is out for it to be a beautiful
That's so
day?
good.
But yeah, from the mouth of
You just be
babes.
I mean,
I was
GG,
like,
give her credit.
wow,
But,
yeah.
but she
But
dropped
she made
it.
me think real quick because I was like,
It's
no,
true.
it's nasty, y'all. It's
It's
wet.
true.
I
That's
was
what
like,
we
no,
say.
it's a beautiful day.
It's very true. I love that. So we hope that you guys are having a beautiful day, whether it is raining, thunder and lightning, or whether the sun is shining.
Period.
It's a beautiful day. Okay.
Anyway.
So how you been taking your time outs?
I'm timing out now.
You're timing out now. That's true. This is always
the last couple of weeks have been busy, so it's been a blur. So
Yeah.
I don't even know what I did yesterday.
Okay,
I don't know.
me.
Have you been timing out?
I've been
sis?
timing out, and I
love that.
It's been awesome. Literally, I just feel like it. Like I said, it fuels you.
It
Once
does.
you're timing out,
When it's
you just
intentional,
go, it has to be intentional because if not, timing is always ready for us.
Yeah.
So we hope we've been seeing some of you comments. Some of you all have been hitting us up personally, telling us that you've been intentional about creating a space that is designed just for you, you created, and enjoying every second of it. And we love to hear that.
Yay.
What are we talking about today?
What are we talking about? Don't touch my hair, sis.
Oh, she said, no, you cannot touch it. I'm not an animal. This is not a zoo.
Hair.
Yeah.
So, where do you even begin?
Your hair looks fabulous, by the way.
Thank you.
I love it. The pro is
I'm channeling my Angela Davis.
I see. I love all of that.
Yay.
So happy to hear it. So we're talking about hair today, and I think obviously we have a unique experience because we're not just talking about hair. Obviously, we're talking about Black hair or Afro hair, which is
right.
completely different. Forget my opinion. Hair
It's
is
different.
Period. It's different. And I have so many books I wanted to bring. Like crowns. Do you have crowns? Okay.
I have that one. It's a
Okay,
children's book.
It's a different one. I'm sure.
I'm about to say
they're
there's a
with the same
lot.
title, but anyway. I wanted to bring it just to be able to like display and showcase like some of the different styles that our queens have worn.
It's a journey,
throughout
y'all.
the years, decades, centuries. Yeah, it is.
Yo, we be fly though. Oh my god,
it's true.
I love talking about hair. Like
it's something you're very passionate
because with our hair, it defies gravity. Like we could wear straight, curly, natural braids, locks. Like
we're like a new person every week. Who is she? We don't even know.
So let me just say, like it starts from the womb.
It does.
People in the family like, oh, what kind of green hair she gonna have? I'm like, why are you doing that to that baby? And then we internalize that, right?
So right.
It's crazy. Oh, we starting from birth, y'all. We're gonna talk about the evolution. Yeah, so it starts from there. Like the trauma is so real. And then how the progression, I know for me, it started with the hot comb. Yeah. And I had thick hair, y'all. And then you hearing it, oh, her hair is so unmanageable. Yeah. It's so hard to tame. Then I got a perm at like 7 years old. It's true. And it's like, but then I was feeling myself. You get that perm, and now you can run
with you.
Yes,
like our afros.
And I grew up in a predominantly white area, so I went to school. I was so excited. I said, "Oh, I got a perm!"
Wow.
The little white girl was like, "But your hair's not curly." So I went home to my mom. I said, "Mom, I thought you said I got a perm." She said, "You did get a perm," but I said, "Such and such said my hair's not." She was like, "Oh," and that's what she had to tell. Yeah, white people get perms to get their hair curly, and we got our hair. I'm like, so I went back to school. I'm like, I got a perm. My mom said I got a perm, but we don't have texturizer, like Vigoro, whatever it was called, and it stunk so bad to try to get your hair to be easily combed or whatever. But it's trauma.
It is trauma. Are you guys gonna hate me? You guys gonna hate me.
Why? Okay. Well, I'm not.
Okay, no, never hate, but like what? Okay, so absolutely, we definitely have this mentality kind of ingrained within ourselves that our hair is like hard to manage. It's difficult. It takes a lot to get it to do what we want it to do. You yourself said it defies gravity. That's what our hair does, right? So I too was like you, growing up. I would get my hair straightened, right? Yeah. The hot comb on the stove. Like that don't look like that's supposed to be coming anywhere near me. But okay,
hold your ears.
That's what you said. Hearing it sizzling, the grease popping, like I'm moving. She's like, the comb didn't touch you. I'm like, yeah, but the grease did. Like I still felt that. Ow. So getting the perm, very young on, and not even knowing really what my natural hair texture was. I had no idea, had no clue. But obviously that was something that was just fine and normal with me until the emergence of the natural hair. Yes. Like it became like such a huge thing. Now, huge. A lot of people argue and say that it obviously was a trend.
I don't think so.
Okay, that's something.
I mean, it's split, right? Because it was a trend for a long time when everyone was stopping the perms because of the chemicals and like this. And let me see what kind of hair I really have. We didn't even know what naturally grew. Wild. We was getting perms every 6 weeks, y'all. It's true. Like, my new growth coming in.
Like that's crazy. Neither one of us have had a perm in so long.
Oh, it's been years. And then, like you said, there's levels to the journey. Because when I stopped permanent, I was a natural, but straight natural, like getting the blowouts. Yeah, and that's just heat damage. Yeah, going to the Dominican, getting the blowouts, and it's like, you still don't know what kind of hair you have because it's now your hair is heat trained. Yeah, you wash it and it's just like flat.
My hair was really resistant to even getting it straight. I have some very, very thick hair.
Yeah.
And even when I was natural and getting it like blown out, they would thin my hair. And it was Black people.
With the thinner, yes.
And they was telling me your hair is too thick to be natural. Like it's too much.
Oh my
gosh. So that was fun. And then I rock my hair just in its natural state, but still not even its natural state, because I would wear like twist outs.
Right.
And then I got to the point when I wanted to lock my hair. But I know we were talking about how we've been taught, which we have been taught, that our hair is difficult and it's not easy to manage. Now, can the real natural stand up and say,
no, it's not? But we're going to talk about that too. I'm not sitting here saying, oh, it's so easy. Oh, yeah, do it. It's a labor of love. Like,
it really is.
It's hard. That's why half the time I be looking like this, or I got a hat on, because I be like, I'm too lazy to twist it up.
But why? Okay.
We're going to talk about it. But then let's talk about your lock journey. You said you.
Yes. So my husband is locked. He's been locked for a very long time. We've talked about me joining, and that's just being a beautiful
locked together.
Family locked together. Exactly. But I really wasn't feeling it. Mainly because I do like the versatility that is associated with loose hair. And so I wasn't quite sure I wanted to do it. And then one day I was like, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And not everybody was even happy that I was doing it, because people,
our culture is
about the
rough.
It's
so permanent. Oh my gosh. Why would you do that to that beautiful? Now it's beautiful.
Right. Exactly. So, not everyone was necessarily in favor of me locking my hair, but not everyone was in favor of me even going natural. So what's new? No one is really in favor of much of anything that I do, and I'm fine with that.
But it's me.
But yes, I've always loved my locks from the day that I got them. I know typically not typically, but sometimes when people get locks, people think it's like there's a spiritual connection to them. We know, just knowing a little bit about the history, which for some people it is. For me, it's more, I guess I connect more to like the freedom that comes along with being locked and literally not having to worry about it, especially after being a loose natural
for a long time.
And not knowing what I was going to look like on any given day.
How about those failed hairstyles?
Like,
you done worked so hard, you done washed it, you done deep conditioned it, you done twisted it up, rotted it. You having the most, like, you can't sleep because you like, oh my gosh, it's going to be dry. How is it going to come out? You did all of that work just for it to look like you stuck your hand in the election.
I mean, like, we're really having a conversation.
No, and so you have those bad hair days, and it is hard. You got to learn a routine that works for you and what you're trying to achieve for yourself. Because I might wear my hair like this because I really don't care. Some people like, I can never, and it's like you can, but like even like the big chop. So I done did that 2 times now. The first time I did it, it was like people didn't believe. I'm like, oh, I'm about to cut all my hair off. They're like, why would you do that? Because I want to. So I went in the bathroom, boop, boop, boop. Even my husband, he was like, why would you do that? It was and I felt bad because he must have thought I was playing. And I'm like, I'm really going to come. So when I came out the bathroom, it was like, but after it was like it was just a shock.
Yeah.
But then after it was like, oh my gosh, you look so beautiful. Blah, 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 blah. And it's like, but that was like the first time. And so I realized, like you said, that freedom. It was like when your hair is in its shortest state, you really have to activate self-love because you don't look like what you used to look like. And you have to learn, like, wow, you can see my whole face. You can see the back of my neck. Like, you know what I mean?
Definitely say that's a great point. I would definitely say going natural unlocked a new level of confidence and self-love. Not just for me, but for Black people just in general, Black women more specifically. I'm like, and we're not we are whatever we want to be, okay?
Literally. And then like you said before, learning the grain of hair that grows out your hair. So being that blown out natural, I'm like, oh, my hair's soft. I probably got that nice curl pattern until that 4C kicked in. You was like, then learning products, that's a whole journey in itself. These products are so expensive, but that product that worked for her doesn't work for your hair, or your hair is dry, and it was like, what you got, low porosity, high porosity. Like, it became a whole movement, y'all. That's when YouTube was literally popping. You trying to find a page and like, oh, how did she achieve that style? All right, let me try that. And it's like, so I did the big chop the first time and I grew my hair out, but I always wore it. I was like, I'm gonna do no heat. So I didn't do no heat, no blow dry, no nothing. It was literally twist out furrow. But then one day I was like, you know what? I could put heat to it. Then I started just like blow drying it out, twisting it. And then it was just like, you know what? It's hair. I don't care no more. Then you start braiding it up and then you go back to those old ways because it's a lot of work and you want these protective styles, right? So you don't have to keep fighting with your hair. So I'm twisting it, braiding it, leaving that in for weeks. And it's like, okay, what next? Like we already get a hairstyle and we're thinking about the next hairstyle.
Period. Oh my gosh. I don't miss that. But
that's what I'm
my
saying.
Life as a loose natural, I always like I would have a calendar. Cause like what's coming up?
What am I gonna do with my hairs in between hairstyles, right? Where am I going? How am I wearing my hair to a job interview? Like, because the way we wear our hair like this, people deem it as unprofessional, untamed. Like, oh wait, you about to get your hair done? It's like, it's done.
I do think times are like very I done heard that plenty of times from like older people. I do think times are different, and something like an afro is definitely more acceptable in the workplace.
Oh yeah, nowadays,
COVID changed the game. Okay, baby, we're engaged. Our tattoos are being disposed, and everything. As long as I meet the criteria, you're gonna hire me.
Period.
Right? Because nobody else want to work anyway. But yeah.
But then I'm intentional too about wearing my hair like this because I got 2 young daughters, right? And I want them to love their hair. And it's like, I want you to be able to rock wigs, weaves, braids, but just love who you are. So I don't want you to hide. What's that song? I'm Not My Hair. So if you don't have that 32-inch middle part bust down, I still want you to be confident with your natural hair. Like, okay, what am I going to do? I always be like, what if I'm on a reality TV show or something? Like, how would I wear my hair, right? Everybody just goes to braids.
It's true.
Right?
It's true because
it's easier to maintain and you know you have that certain look. But like I said, I just want to be able to be like, you know what? If this weave ain't available, if that hairstyle is, how can I wear my natural hair and feel my best? But I think that takes time and with age too.
Yeah, it does. And as you were just talking, like there's so much trauma associated with this conversation because I'm like, we have the versatility, we have access, to things that could help us decide to change up our hair. Obviously, we know that there was a time specifically when our ancestors were brought over on a ship, on a boat where they could not take care of their hair. When they got here,
they weren't allowed
to.
Their
hair was so matted. Their hair they didn't have an option. Their hair had to be cut off. Or
trauma. Like our hair, it has so much history tied to it.
True. It's very, very, very true. But I just think like even when you were talking about like our children, our daughters, and being able to set an example for them that they are beautiful, no matter what texture hair, no matter what length hair, no matter what color hair, you know what I mean? I do think it's important, but I think sometimes it's hard for us to get that message, obviously, if we're still struggling to figure it out
ourselves. And then what you see on TV is like the European standard of beauty. So I mean, now you're seeing it more now with natural people like in the industry and things like that, but we didn't have anything to look up to. So it was just like, I used to be like, mommy, I want my hair to go down. And then she's like, your hair is not gonna go down.
I think just about every parent has probably heard that.
Right. And it's like, you got to tell them like, baby, our hair is different. It's magical.
It's true.
Like, this is your crown. Like,
and I love that. I do think too, like we have a new generation coming up behind us. They're just rebellious.
They are.
And I think that carries over in so many good ways to like, I'm going to wear what I want to wear and my hair is going to be however I want it to be.
It's like a form of expression, right?
It is.
It's like your way. Remember that video when Willow Smith, she had her side shave?
Yeah.
People were like, why would they? I was like, I thought that was like, what? It's just hair, y'all. It'll grow back. With my hair back and forth. Exactly. That was the cutest. Then you had the trend of the girls doing this. I'm like, why not? Boys get haircuts.
It's
like,
true.
And your hair is going to grow back.
But I know, I guess with a lot of women, we know our hair is what they say our glory, right? Right. And so we want our hair as long as possible.
Right. I know.
Straight, right.
Right.
You go to hairdresser and clip your end.
You want the purple. You want you want the gray rollers at the beauty shop, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or when they say you need to trim and you can see
you
through
like
the bag,
right? You like no, just cut a little bit. That's true.
You can see through it. Take it off. But again, I don't know. It's this image that we're being sold that longer is better.
It's better, right?
Looser coils are better.
Right.
And we really start to
And that gets ingrained in you. You're like, wait, is something wrong with my hair? Or people who really don't feel confident wearing their natural hair. So they cover and hide under wigs and weaves. And like I said, I'm not against that. I love how we can switch it up. But I want y'all to realize you are beautiful.
Okay. All right. Well, one thing I wanted to say is I think other races have a problem with their coarse hair too. Even Caucasians, they always blow their hair out. They don't want their hair curly.
They don't want their hair curly.
They want their hair bone straight. So that's something that I guess we can definitely say we have in common.
Right.
But then even to like, oh, you're beautiful, whether you decide to wear your hair this or that.
Yeah.
Could there just be a
preference?
Yeah.
For sure.
Like,
I'm not telling people like, oh, you have to. No,
right.
I love that. I love that expression. Like, if you feel that confidence and you like, everyone's different, and that's how I love that we're able to like how some people color their hair. You got different color. Like, I love that. Even with boys, I like how they get the little part in their hair and do the color. Like, to me, I like wearing this fro because like I'm rebellious. Like, I want people to look at me and like. It's like it's like a statement piece for me. Like, right? I'm just like, I feel
like she was wear that fro even if she was in a room by herself. So it's not just rebellion, it's self-love, right?
And I don't care. Yeah,
it's true. So it's not just that, right?
Yeah, that's true.
But obviously that's a benefit of it. So when we think about like hair and the Black hair experience, I think obviously it's very closely connected to our culture, to our identity. But you said it. I do think sometimes it also is connected to rebellion, right? Like, I'm going to do me. I'm going to basically like, this is just naturally who I am. I'm going to be that person, and you're going to like it or you're not going to like it. And it's just
even when I cut it last year, people were like, oh, is everything okay?
And you were saying it's like, I'm cutting it. And then
remember? And I can't see a house.
Yes, exactly.
You were like,
I was shocked like the whole time. And then you were looking at me like,
even when I went to the barbershop, the barber was like, oh, I thought you was playing. I'm like, no, shaving my hair off.
I love it. I will say definitely, like, since leaving the perm, I'm definitely more of it's just hair. So if I want color, I'm getting color because it's just hair.
If you want that perm, get that perm.
Like, all of it is just hair.
But that's the beauty about it. It's always evolving. Like, even now with the braids, I don't know if you heard, they're like, the braiding hair is making us sick.
Oh no, sick?
Yes, like it says so much toxins in it. And I'm like, no, we can't have nothing. And especially in our community, there's no Black beauty supply stores. And if there are, you hear the horror stories, like the what do you call it? They don't even sell to them. Like, they can't get wholesale. So that's why you have somebody in a market like the Asians selling and talking to us about our hair.
It's true. I was reading earlier this week as I was preparing for what we were talking about. I think it was like it's a $4.2 billion industry or something like that. It was in the billions, and then it was like billions. It's expected to go up over the next year.
Because like we just said before, we already know what hairstyle we getting next. Like, we planning that. We plan for the whole year. I'm get these braids. I'm going on vacation. On my birthday. Like, we getting our hair done. I miss the days of the beauty salon. Like, what?
So that's another way that we bond as women, right? It's like through getting our hair done. For growing up,
you can't let everybody put their hands in your hair. My mom told me that because it's power. Like, it's so like personal, right? Sitting in between like your grandmother and your mom's legs, and they brushing your hair. Like, that's personal. Really, so you can't have you not sharing no brush, no comb. Like, my mom told me that nobody's touching your hair. I tell my kids that. I'm like, you're not a petting zoo. People are not touching your hair because it's so like, oh my. And you know what used to get me? I used to get anxiety as a kid, and even sometimes now, like at school or in the workplace, when you get a new hairstyle over the weekend, Monday comes and you're like, oh my gosh, how am I going to prepare myself? I'm like, gosh, your hair grew overnight. But where is the logic in that?
It's crazy.
Your hair's different again. It's like, why do you have to comment I don't comment when you get your hair done, or you might not even do it. Like,
locks, right?
Yes.
I'm always getting asked, oh, how do you get it to do that? Or how long did it take for it to? And then I'm just like, I'm always I now look at it like they're just curious. So let me just enlighten this unaware person.
But like I said, I get anxiety because you know it's coming, and it's like, oh my gosh, and it makes me shrink sometimes because it's like, and then once it's done, it's like, okay, yes, my hair is different today. Like,
but I guess they don't know that, right? They don't realize
it's 2025 doses.
It's true, but where would they hear about those conversations?
They don't, or maybe we're not in their presence enough. Like they're not around people. It's like, oh my gosh, up close and personal.
It's like it's very, very true. I would love for us to have more conversations with I guess each other, and then maybe even like individuals in the field who are able to maybe help us better manage our hair. I know I was talking to someone and I was talking about how like it is a lot of work. I'm sorry.
It's a lot of work.
And they're like, well, maybe, which is true. If you know, the more knowledge you have on knowing how to work with your hair and what like products are everything, or how often you should be doing it.
Like how to take care for your natural hair, and you have to learn your hair. Like I said, we get influenced, and that's what makes us buy certain products, but it's might not work for you. You know what I mean? True. So it's hard, y'all.
It is hard.
But like I said, I love the versatility. Even with locks, nothing's permanent. People be combing out their locks, locking it back up. You could like it's so people get weaves on top of locks. Like
I won't get it.
Look at Chloe and Halle.
Oh yeah,
I love like they be switching up their hair. Like you don't like their hair?
Oh, I like when they do their locks.
But how versatile it is. Like you could tell sometimes. But
for me, but I love them. But
but
I mean, actually, I don't even know them.
Even if you wanted a haircut, you can get a haircut with locks. Like you could still like cut it shorter.
Get a bob
like nothing is permanent.
Nothing is permanent. That's the beauty.
That's the beauty of it, and I just love like it keeps us guessing. Like
it keeps us guessing. It is our way of being able to express. For me, like for me with my locks, I don't know. I just feel the biggest thing I would say is free. And then even when I see other people, like specifically other women with locks, I guess it's the same with hair. It's just such like a sweet community.
It is, and I think our age now, I have friends that are doing different kind of locks. There's micro locks, sister locks, and it's just like you said, it's just freeing. You don't feel like messing with your hair no more. Like
it's very true. And would you say? Would you say that there's like a commonality between like just even natural women, like where you feel connected on a different level?
Oh like you said, even just if you're like, "What's up, sis?" Like it's just different.
I don't know.
I love it.
What do you think that is?
I just love black hair, y'all. Like there's no one's the same. Like it's like, oh shoot, how you do that? Like it's creative, it's artistic,
it's very artistic,
beautiful.
And this is, I mean, we are only just still, I guess, continuing to follow in the lead of like the generations and generations of women who have gone before us. When you think about like what these different like tribes used to do with their hair, and then just all the different things that they signify, whether it was like class, they say like even like marital status, like there was so much associated with hair where it was a thing where it just wasn't hair.
Right.
And while we might say like, oh, it's just hair, you got it. We truly understand that it's a little bit deeper than hair, but we're just saying that we're not married to.
I'm not married to
we're
this.
Not married to this style, but we understand that there's so much still like power. There's so many stories. There's so much history in our hair. Even when you talk about like, they say the individuals who have the coarsest hair have the most, I guess, raw is lineage of African.
Yes.
Right, and the less coily your hair is, the more diverse it might be with some European blood within your hair. The same thing that goes with.
But it tells a story.
It tells a story.
It does, and I just love it. And it's just like, oh, it's here.
It's true. It's true. But I do think that we need to continue to obviously be mindful of not just our own like story, hair story, or our own connection to our hair, but even how we speak about, criticize
others.
Beyonce, when Blue Ivy,
oh my god, first of all, she was a kid.
The way that our own people used to drag her,
they did.
You to do your daughter's hair. Like, if you natural, you know what it's like.
She
did her hair. Like,
mind you, her hair is all the way down to like,
I know it
is. Right, because that's the thing too. Like when you leave your hair alone, that's when it grows the most.
And that's when a lot of African Americans like lost hair when we start permanent. That's when it was like not growing past your shoulders and what have you.
You look at your kid, your childhood pictures, you're like, yo, my hair was so long.
Exactly. Where did it go?
Even now, like I want to go back to braids. Even now, going to like the African, they're not taking care of your hair. Like people's losing their edges now,
and it's like your hair is like breaking off.
It's dry. They're like come washed and blow dry, but there's no product in it, so your hair is gonna break. So we have to learn our hair and just know what works for your hair. Because some people got some tough and rough hair, it might not break off.
My hair is very resistant.
That's what I'm saying. Resistant. Like it's so good. You could pull it. You're gonna have
you can keep my hair like.
Yeah.
Be like, hey.
But yeah, what's your hair journey like? Tell us your hair story. Is it horrible?
Is it something that's a challenge for you? Is it like, oh, it's easy, maybe you can't relate to us. I do think
some people have an alopecia. Like there's so many different things too. Hair loss, that's real for women too.
That's a whole other thing. Even as you get older with your hair
thinning, gray hair.
Medications that you get on. I've had medication that affected
dries your hair. You're like, why is my hair so dry?
True. There's so many different things, and then that of course affects our self-confidence.
It does.
It makes us not feel like our greatest. Oh my goodness.
Even when people like I have friends going through treatment when they're like it's so many. So your hair really does tell a story. So like you said, we have to be sensitive and mindful of everyone's journey. Yeah.
It's true.
But I love this. So
I did too.
That's it. I think that's it.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us today as we talked about something hopefully that many of you all can relate to.
Yeah.
Whether you're passionate about it or not, like like Kiana, it's still a part of your story. Yeah. I'm sure if you are African American,
you got some story. I know you got a story. I don't
care what texture your hair is, right? I'm sure you have a story. If you have children, if you have daughters, I'm sure you're making sure that the story that they hear is a story that is empowering.
Yeah.
Even thinking about like the dolls that you buy for them, just like all these different things. It's just stuff that we have to be mindful of, and even like what they see in us. If we're looking at them and we're telling them that they're beautiful, and then you haven't really accepted or embraced the natural beauty within yourself, then that's even something for you to actually explore.
Because they're watching you. Yeah,
they are watching you, and we've all had those reflections. They will let us know in a second.
They will.
Well, if then why? And you're like, oh, okay, yeah, let's start over. Let's try this again.
Right.
But thank you guys so much.
Bye.
Don't forget to take your time out. But right now,
it's time to time
back in.
Back in. Bye.
Yeah.